What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overwrite podcast, a video game podcast that does not care about your save files. We just don't care. The t-shirt can't be seen. There you go. You have a Birdcage t-shirt 9. Perfect. We're not selling those. Please don't promote it like we are.
I didn't say we were.
I'm TV's Gage Edwards. And when I'm
TV's... I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even let you get through that. I'm sorry. Want to try that again? Rewind?
No. And when I'm not buying video games that I don't have any time to play, I'm here doing the show.
But we're also doing that quite frequently.
There's a lot of game sales over the last 2 weeks. I bought a shit ton of games that I'm just not going to get to anytime soon. The other voice that you hear so far, his name is Nine. He is the best, worst gamer of all the video games.
And we're going to prove that later on tonight.
Are we?
Cyberpunk.
You're not playing like a skill-based game. That's pretty casual.
That's debatable.
Anyway.
It takes at least a little skill to play every game.
Sure, to move a controller. Anyway, if you're in the live chat, thank you for being here. This is the last podcast of 2020, everybody.
Thank God this year is almost over.
Well, we don't know that 2021 is going to be better yet.
I'm still, like, I've seen the memes, but I'm still expecting the clock to go December 32nd.
I'd be cool with that. That'd be really funny.
I would not.
So tonight is the big show. Live chat, of course. We are always talking to you guys, so feel free to chime in on our topics tonight, which are the games of 2020. We have some best ofs. We're going to have some top fives. Our personal game of the year. What's up, J-Star?
What's up, J-Star?
Yeah, what's up, Void, J-Star, Dennis, everybody? Get in here, early crowd.
Rocking
early gang.
in there.
Early gang.
I like it.
If you're a podcast listener on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, or YouTube Music, thanks. You'll get this show later in the week.
Thanks.
But if you're into the live show thing and want to interact with us, go to twitch.tv/birdcage_gaming, where you can hang out with us and talk about the games that you liked from 2020. Next week is our big prediction show. We're going to sit here and go over all the predictions that we have for 2021, hopefully. Because right now, I was thinking about it, I was like, I have no fucking idea what's going to happen next year because it will happen this year. So I am all kinds of confused. But that's next week. This week, the games of 2020.
Yeah.
But first, Nine, we always start the show in one specific way.
Yep.
But I'm not doing that this week.
What?
I'm going to give you your Christmas gift first.
Oh, I got a Christmas gift?
You got a Christmas gift, which should have been here last Monday, and it came in Tuesday.
Because the U.S. Postal Service being really incredibly backed up.
It came in
No
Tuesday.
harm, no foul on you guys.
So,
we appreciate what you're doing if you're listening.
Last week when you gave me the Gundam for Christmas, I was like,
yeah.
Motherfucker.
I didn't know you were getting me anything, which is why I was like, I'm just going to give it to him and say, fuck it.
The gift is cool.
The gift, it's very small.
But when you're going to hear this in a second, the thing inside the box, not like shifted into the foam like I thought it was going to be. So the best part is
the people that can't see at home. He literally just has a box and he flipped it over upside down. He's like, it's not packed like I thought it was.
There's foam in the box, but the company would make an inset for it.
That's the best ever.
So here you go. It is this box.
So this is the box that came in.
This box came in.
This box came in. The Resident Evil keys. Badass.
It is the 4.
You can see where it was like this is just a straight up jewelry box. It was for a ring. Yeah. It's just a straight up jewelry box. Like,
yeah, pretty much. And I was like, motherfucker.
No, that's fucking cool.
It is the 4 icon rings keys from Resident Evil 2. And he's going to show chat here in a second.
I'm going to show him here. If I can get them all in my gimpy hand here. Yeah, there we go.
Boom. Look at those bad boys.
You got the heart key, the club key, the spade key, the diamond key, and then the club key.
There you go.
So that's pretty cool. Thank you.
You can get through a police station now.
I got a perfect idea for this because I got a wood project I got to do out in the shed.
Void in chat saying he's never played a Resident Evil game. Ooh, you got some games ahead of you to play.
Oh yeah.
I recommend 4. 2
I don't
remake,
recommend 4.
7.
I don't recommend 4. Avoid
in that order.
Skip 4, play 2 and 7.
You gotta play 4.
That's cool. Thank you, sir.
Oh, no worries. Don't have to play them then. Anyway, now we move on to what you're playing.
What you playing?
For me, it's been a lot of the same stuff, so I'm gonna start with you first.
Okay. Well, I got new stuff for Christmas. Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Trying to decide which soda I want.
Go with that one.
All right. Sure.
Life coach here. No, so I got new games for Christmas, and I got a couple other new games. But I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk.
A lot of Cyberpunk.
Lot of Cyberpunk.
So I've been talking about Cyberpunk on the show for like 3 weeks straight.
For 3 weeks. Since it came out. December 10th.
Where are you with this?
I am in Konpeki Tower trying to get that thing from Kurosaka.
Okay.
Whatever his name is. The son that wants to be a gangster.
I understand.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but...
Yeah, they just call him Arasaka.
Arasaka.
That's the comp.
I call him
family.
Kurosaka. That's not right.
Nope.
Arasaka. Anyway, so I use the flathead to run around and disable the network and stuff, and now I've got back control of my character and Jackie, and we're all suited up and getting ready to go raid the place.
So you're still in Arasaka Tower.
Yeah, I saved it right there because it was like midnight, and I was like, I gotta get up. I gotta get up for work in the morning.
Okay. So you stopped playing like right before the game like picks up.
Yeah. Pretty much. All
right.
Because I still haven't met Johnny Silverhand and all that stuff and seen all that shit. So
would you like to tell you how far you are away from that?
About 10 minutes.
From Johnny Silverhand?
About 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. Because
right
I figured something's going to happen at the end of this mission, and I'm going to end up in the reservoir that the game trailers like showcase.
Okay.
But it's fun. It's broke as hell, but it's so much fun.
So now you're figuring out what everyone has been talking about for weeks. Where okay, so the game is as broken as everyone's saying it is, but I kind of understand the high review scores because the game is fucking fun.
The game's fun. I picked up a gun when I was trying to get that flathead from Royce. It's called a Chaos, and I have not stopped using it.
So
it's an epic weapon. I think is the highest.
What color was it?
Purple.
Sure,
it's purple.
I don't know the different one.
It was purple. It was the first purple gun I picked up. Thanks for hitting that cool patrol button.
Thanks
Appreciate
for the
that.
follow. There's a little Paul Rudd. No music because we're afraid of DMCA's.
And I'm not plugged in.
Oh, we couldn't hear it anyway if there was music. So what? Okay, so you're right there, and I'll ask you this because it's pertinent to where you are. The Royce and all them, and the other.
I freed Brick. I didn't kill Brick. I freed Brick.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Did you side with that gang? Did you help them fight?
Oh no, I fucking killed them.
You killed them?
I killed them.
Damn.
I didn't have a choice. They pulled guns on me and started shooting.
Oh, they started shooting you?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I made friends with them.
No. I didn't get the choice. They're like, my options were, I told Jackie to sit down when we got there.
Yep.
And then I got another one, and then I got a street kid option.
Oh, you went street kid?
And then because it doesn't matter which one you pick. They all end up the same.
Even now that I beat the game, I'm like, okay, just
they all end up the same.
Yeah.
So I picked the street kid option to talk to the guys to try and get a discount on paying for it again. And then Roy stands up and he's like, you know what? Nah. And pulls his gun out and starts threatening me and Jackie straight up.
So when you went there, did you meet up with the Meredith girl before that mission?
Yes. Meredith Stout.
And did you get the card?
I refused her money.
Oh no!
I straight up refused her money because I was like, no, because I don't want you to take it. Because I had a feeling if I paid with her money, she was going to try and take it back. That's how I was interpreting the situation. So I was like, nah, I'm going to do this my way.
I paid with her money.
Did you?
Yeah. And I made friends with other people. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Everything happened. There is a secret like romance option you get there if you take her money and then kill everybody.
I'm female too, so I wrote a female character.
I don't know if she'll fuck you.
I mean, she might.
She might. I don't know. But yeah, I think if you take her money and then kill the people, she'll call you for like a one night stand.
Cool.
Yeah. Which didn't happen to me.
She's pissed as hell at me.
Well, it sounds like
I didn't take her money, and I still got the piece of tech.
You fucked up. Did you pay for it? No, you killed everybody. You're fine.
No, I killed everybody. I wasn't going to pay 10 grand. I didn't have the 10 grand to pay him either, which might be why I couldn't make friends with him.
Damn.
Because my only option was, we'll take it this way.
Yeah, Void's making a good point. That's the point of RPGs, the journey. So what if they end up being the same? I get it. There's a lot of different endings in this game, so we can all still have different outcomes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like me and Nine just totally played out a whole situation totally differently from each other.
Completely differently.
And however, it still led directly to the next mission with the same equipment.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. But that will have implications later.
It's not about the story. It's about the journey.
Right. But what your decisions just now will have implications later.
Oh, I'm sure, because that entire gang is dead now.
Yeah.
So they won't be anywhere else in the game. So I might lose out on something else.
Maybe.
Which might be why I found that gun so early on.
Maybe.
Dude, it's dumb.
Because, so in my playthrough, I made friends with them. I ran into them later during another mission in a club that they owned that I had to get into. But I was like, it was like sneak in. I was like, I know these guys. So I walked up to them and they just let me in. I was like, okay, I'm not
I don't have to do this.
Yeah, it was cool. So I was like,
well, that gang is totally dead now.
So I wonder what's going to happen in your
and because I freed Brick.
Yeah.
Brick says I owe you one. So I might be able to use that.
He's going to call you for a one-night stand.
He might. I'm a girl.
Whatever. Brick can fuck whoever he wants.
Brick can do whatever he wants.
You can fuck whoever you want.
I contemplated blowing Brick up. And then I was like,
I don't think I freed him.
He was in a jail. So you may not have because you were friends with him. And Royce locked Brick up.
Sure. Yeah.
So you may not even got that. You might not even got that option because I had to fight my way out.
We had to fight our way out too, but it wasn't with that. I didn't have to fight that gang. We fought other people that showed up.
Oh no, this was the gang that I was fighting on the way out.
Yeah, I understand.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So what else going on in that game that you're interested in?
I haven't got a single offer for a car sale.
Because you're not like you're on the antithesis.
Yeah.
Or I guess that's not the right word, but you know
I know what you meant.
You're peaking on where the car salesman of the part of the game starts. That's all I have left in the game.
But I haven't done a single side mission because I keep getting so involved with the story stuff that I'm like, I'll just do this later.
Dude, a lot of the side missions, credit to CD Projekt Red, are really fleshed out.
Yeah.
And they lead you on some great paths.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Void's like, I have dozens of car offers. Don't bother. Don't bother. The cars you get for free are way better than the cars than you can buy.
I believe it. I believe it.
God, it's annoying. It's so annoying. I got phone calls for fucking cars up until the last mission of the game. I'm just go away. Just get the fuck out of here.
I might just buy every single one that calls me.
Go for it.
And just
You're not going to have enough money to do that.
I'll do it. You'd be surprised.
J-Star says there are a lot of great side missions. There are. There really are a lot of great side ones. There are some that are just a little too long in the tooth, though.
Once I get done with this main first section of the game, that's my goal, is to wipe out every current side mission I have and then go into back to the story.
Yeah, I started doing what I do with Assassin's Creed, where if I'm in the area for another main mission, I take out the side missions around it.
I take it back. I did do one side mission.
Okay.
It was an NCPD police investigation.
Yeah, that's just
I came across it when I was trying to get to... when I came across it trying to get to Meredith. And I was like, well, fuck, this thing's here. I have to stop here anyway. So just go up here and do this real quick.
Kill those dudes.
Kill these dudes. Pick up whatever I'm supposed to pick up. I got a free jacket out of it, which was like twice the power level of the one I was wearing. So I was like, fucking cool.
Yeah. The end of the game, I can't tell you how many times my character his clothes vanished. I was like, why am I constantly naked? Put clothes on.
That's also one of the reasons why I'm afraid to stream this game.
What do you have your genitals turned on or off?
Oh, they're on.
Yeah, I mean, you can turn off nudity while you're playing.
They're full on. So I found out if you get your character totally naked, they still wear underwear out in the real world.
Yeah.
But not in the character select screen.
Yeah.
Like the character information screen. So
I think if you have it on PC, you can mod that because I've seen like screenshots of people.
I was in the Ripper Doc chair, and I was like, I wonder.
Let me take off.
Like everybody does. I wonder.
Yeah.
So I just stripped down and I was like, I still got underwear on.
Yeah, I didn't
want underwear on.
I think I think part of that is because there's kids in the game.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And then, like, I know when you go into photo mode,
Not
I think
many,
kids are just...
but there are there.
Oh, they're small humans.
They're small humans. I hit one with my car.
Great.
By accident. Because I had to drive in fucking reverse going 70 miles. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a driving game.
Just wait.
Oh, I'm sure it gets worse.
The two instances you had with cars so far are not the only instances of issues you're going to have.
I'm sure.
J-Star says NCPD gave him great loot to sell. They will give you some cool stuff, but you have to be really careful doing those missions because sometimes if you like ricochet a civilian in the face,
it turns on you.
Yeah, and then the police in the game are so fucking broken they just appear. There's not like they don't travel to you.
I ran into what you ran into. You were just walking down the street doing no crime, and the cop spotted you and started coming after you. I came out of the Ripper Doc,
and you're like, "Why am I wanted?"
The cop was there was like a group of cops investigating a crime that had happened the night before.
You must have done it.
And I came out of the Ripper Doc and I went to turn left to go back to my car. And all of a sudden I see these icons pop and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I didn't do anything. I came out of the Ripper Doc.
Yep.
And all of a sudden I'm getting shot. I was like, fuck it, book it. Because I ain't got the gunpowder to stop these guys. They They had the skulls above their heads.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't stop them.
I did a
Not a
mission
chance.
the other night where I was completely different than what the fuck was going on in the world.
Yeah.
But I did the thing and it was done. I was like, okay, cool, I did that. And then all of a sudden, as soon as it was done, like people a block over were like, fuck that guy. And a second ago, they were just having like a dance party. So they ran over to me and started shooting me. So I
Fuck
started
that
shooting
guy.
back and I shot a civilian and then like 18 fucking cops shot. I was like, God damn it, I have to fucking do this shit again.
Yeah.
Stop, get out of here.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely not without its issues, but man, is it hella fun.
It's fun.
It's so fun.
It's
the
a fun
gunplay
game.
is really good. Like every weapon that I've used so far feels totally unique and different. Unlike some games, Borderlands, where the guns feel very similar to all
just
the
call
other
it
guns.
something else, yeah.
Yeah. But this thing, I haven't picked up 2 pistols that fire the same way. I haven't picked
Yeah.
up 2 assault rifles that fire the same way. I really want to carry around the minigun, but you can't pick it up and keep it.
Yeah, you pick it up and you have to put it down.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but
And you can't run with it.
and all I want to do is run.
And all I want to do is run.
I don't want to walk anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe the bugs are the equivalent to Agent Smith. There has to be a counter to the game being so good. I guess so.
Maybe.
That reminds me of Wonder Woman. Now that you've said that,
Oh, God.
yeah. We'll talk about that way later. I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
that because it just came out. I guess for me, I've been playing Cyberpunk also. I just finished it. I got a few more things I want to play for this week, but I probably might just wait until the turn of the year
Okay.
because I did something interesting this year. I documented every single game that I played this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought about doing that.
I have an entire list of the games that I have played this year. Boyd says Wonder Woman 84 was pretty disappointing.
We'll talk about that next week,
I don't disagree.
but I don't also disagree.
So yeah,
There's a lot to be said about that movie. Plot holes left and right.
the last what you playing of 2020.
It's the last thing you played, Gage.
The last time I played Cyberpunk,
Okay.
and I wanted it to be something else, but it wasn't.
Are you going to go through your entire list?
I played 88 games.
Okay.
Is that more or less than what you think you've played this year?
Probably about on par.
On par.
Yeah, because, I mean, you and I, we typically play a lot of the same games.
Would you like to hear the whole list?
Not on stream, dude. We'll be here forever.
Okay, I know. I was like, I didn't even plan on reading this whole thing.
No,
but what I
don't
did today, I went through and like highlighted things. I was like, that's probably my top 10.
Like
That's an
notable
honorable
mentions.
mention.
I'm glad you have this list,
Yeah.
because I don't have a list of what I've played this year, because it's been such a fucking weird year.
Yeah. It
So
has.
I'm sure you're going to go through your top 10, and I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I played that. Oh, no, I didn't play that. Oh, yeah, I love that game. That game was shit.
Yeah. 88. Yeah. Jay starts saying 88 games in a year. Not that bad.
I
Not
mean,
that bad.
You figure there's only 12 months in a year. That's 7 games a month.
That seems like a lot when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Especially considering how much time I put into some of these games.
Yeah.
Because like there were some big games that came out that I put a lot of time into. So yeah, I've got nothing new to say on what you've been playing.
Okay.
It's just been I
That's
finished Cyberpunk and I'm
Cyberpunk.
you know I'll
And
revisit.
you didn't play Warzone last week because you took the week off.
Took it off. Yeah. Have been playing Rebirth Island still and it's still fun.
Still fun?
There's a new meta in Warzone. That is shit.
The Mac 10.
It's the Mac 10 is fine because I can counter the Mac 10. The DMR, it's a 2-shot kill.
Yeah.
And I want to fucking scream. God, I hate it. It makes the game so boring.
And it's long range.
Yeah, I mean, at 100 meters, there's no bullet drop on it.
Yeah.
But like, if you get a lobby with a cheater and they have a DMR, there's no fucking point in playing.
No.
Because it's fucking...
Just get out.
I'll revisit the Cyberpunk. I said it was on our rating scale that it was okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But I would say, after finishing it, I think I put 50 hours in until I wrote credits.
Are you moving it up to Play It Nerd?
Play it, nerd.
Play It Nerd.
I think it's a play it, nerd game. I think...
Even with all the issues that the current versions have.
Yeah.
Because the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions are not out yet. You're playing the Xbox One X version on your Xbox Series X. And
Yes.
I'm playing the PS4 version on my PS5.
And out of 50 hours, sure, there was 8,000 bugs. It only hard crashed on me one time. I only had to reload like 8 times.
Mine soft crashed on me once
Okay.
already. And I wasn't even an hour into the game.
I know the PlayStation version is way worse than the Xbox version.
Yeah. It seems to be fairly stable right now.
There's been a few hot fixes that came out.
So I'm not too disappointed with my experience so far.
But I'm saying it's a play it nerd game.
Play It Nerd?
Yeah, get it on a sale, play it. But I mean, I think it's a good enough game to go play now if you're interested. But if you want to wait, you're fine
No
with it.
shame in waiting.
Yeah, whatever. 9.
Gage,
Let's talk about some of the games that came out in 2020. In
sure you
chat,
have a list
I have a list.
because you documented everything.
Yeah, but not everything on my list came out in 2020.
No, I know. You probably played
Some
a
of
lot
these
of Game
games
Pass
are from
games.
like the 90s too.
Yeah, Game Pass games.
Old games. Chat, feel free to shout out games that you played this year that you particularly liked that might not be like Game of the Year contenders or anything. Do you have a list prepared at all, or is it all brain?
It's all brain. Because I
know you're not this smart.
I have no clue what all I've played this year because I can't remember the beginning of the year. Like, I legit cannot remember.
It was 5 years ago.
It was 5 years ago.
It was 5 years ago.
Like, I can't even remember. Like, Resident Evil 3 was this year, right?
Yep.
So what came out before that? Final Fantasy 7. They came out like right around the same time.
Same time, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a leap year.
It was leap year.
Someone do the math.
Which is why it's even longer this year. God, 2020. Fuck off.
It was a day. Wait till next year when we have another month somehow. What happened on the calendars? Broke. I will throw out some honorable mentions I had this year that didn't make my top 10.
And these are just games that released this year, right? Is what we're doing right now?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Honorable mentions that didn't make my top 10. And we'll see where you sit on some of these.
You know what? I'm going to pull up a notepad while you do that.
Oh, sure. My first honorable mention, barely a game. I guess it's not true. It is the Devolverland Expo that came out for E3.
Yeah. I just played through that again the other day.
I don't know. I'll quickly, because E3 was canceled this year, Devolver put together a virtual, like a first-person shooter of what the E3 Expo is like in LA.
And it was so good.
And it was really good. Different convention rooms featured different games of theirs that they were publishing to
this year. Takes about 30 to 45 minutes to get through.
It's basically a playable convention where you can go watch trailers and have a little fun interacting with them.
Find the hidden items and get 2 more trailers after the credits roll.
There's a boss fight in there. Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
It was a fun little drop. It was free on Steam. I don't know if it's probably still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, it was fun. That's an honorable mention for me. Not much I can say about that one, but
it's really cool though. It's one of the most unique things that came out of not having E3.
Right. That's what makes
way better than Summer of Games, in my opinion.
Well, Summer of Games lasted 12 months. Like, it went on forever.
12 months out of that 5 years.
Yeah, and it wasn't. Then that's what we talked about before the Summer of Games started. I was like, I don't think this is anything special. I think this is Jeff Keighley streaming.
Just trying
the different games that come
brand something.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. He was like, "Oh, Xbox is having a thing tomorrow. Hey, Summer of Games covering that." I'm like, "Yeah, fucking every streamer's covering it, Jeff Keighley. You're not doing anything different than we are.
Nope.
You're just Jeff fucking Keighley." Now, these are in order of when I played them, not necessarily in my favor, like what I liked.
Right.
The next honorable mention on my list is Ghost of Tsushima. So this is outside my top 10 for 2020, which might be a surprise to a lot of people. Samurai, slice, and dice. All right. Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, it's a good game.
That's a fine game.
I love it. But I'm bigger into Samurai than you are, I think.
I platinumed it. Did you platinum it?
I have not. I haven't even finished it.
Well, then I guess I'm bigger into Samurai than you are, and I have
How many books you got? How many books you got?
Ever?
About samurais.
6,000.
No, you don't.
Because I can make up a number because it's arbitrary and you don't know.
I can go bullshit.
Yeah. This, and I'll say my piece about Ghosts. It's a totally fine game. Like, it was a comparable game that got through point A to point B, sure.
It is not the most compelling story.
No.
I will say that. But is it so much fun.
I think it is a fun game. But at the end of the day, I don't know that's more fun than your average Assassin's Creed game. I don't know that it's more fun than your average just third-person
Open
RPG
world,
game.
third world person. Wow.
Yeah, a third-world person game? Damn. I don't think there was anything special about it. I do think a lot of the mechanics, or some of the mechanics were fine. I do like the wind navigation. I thought that was neat because it was just different. So anyone doing anything different, I'm all about. I didn't think you picking style between playing like an honorable samurai or like a ghosty ninja,
Ronin,
or whatever. I don't think those were
as impactful to the story as
they just didn't matter, because no matter what you were doing, you're already shying away from what the story wanted you to do anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like, you can be as honorable as you want, but someone in the story is still going, I can't believe you fight like this. It's like, I'm obeying all samurai law. Help me and be cool. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. And I don't know. It didn't leave an impression on me. I mean, I fucking spent the time and platinumed it.
I mean, it didn't take long.
Fair.
You did it in what, 2 weekends?
It was a really easy platinum. Yeah, because I took it to GameStop and the guy was like, "You already beat this?" Like, yeah. Come on, there's nothing hard about this game. Yeah, I just think it was a really average game.
Fair. That's fair.
I'm sure you want to talk about this later because it's in your top 10 or top 5 at least.
Actually, no.
It's not?
No. I like it. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. But to what you were just saying, there's nothing super impactful about this game. Mm-hmm. It's just it's an easy game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was a safe game for a new IP.
Yeah, for Sucker Punk to do.
I think if they do a sequel to it, they'll beef up the story and their narrative a little bit to make it more compelling.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Sure. I mean, they did not Insomniac. Sucker Punch has done a wonderful job with the Infamous series, and everybody's asking for another Infamous game.
What do you think we get next then? What is Sucker Punch's next thing? Another Ghost game or
Sly Cooper?
Why not?
I mean, they might. I don't know. I think they'll probably do another Ghost before they go back to Infamous.
Okay.
Or the Infamous franchise is just done. Much like the Killzone's franchise pretty much done.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which is sad.
Totally okay.
No. Sad. Shadowfall was such a good game.
Anything else on Ghost?
Pretty colors. Probably the best photo mode in any game I've ever played.
Pretty game, yeah.
Easily the best photo mode in any game I've played.
Easily the best photo mode. I don't really fuck around with the photo modes. I think Spider-Man had a great photo mode.
Spider-Man does have a great photo mode. Don't get me wrong. But Ghost has more options than any other game I've ever seen.
Okay. Chat's throwing out some games. Don't know what YouTube's life is unless it's that simulation
YouTuber's
YouTube
life
game.
Is that simulated YouTube game, yeah.
J-Star is also saying Assassin's Creed. Animal Crossing, of course. Taxi Sim on Switch. You know Taxi Sim?
I'm guessing it's like farming simulator.
I'm going to say it's like Crazy Taxi, but sane. You're a normal dude, and you not listen to Offspring.
There's nothing wrong with 90s Offspring.
There's nothing wrong. You're 100% right. I like Offspring.
Just get that there.
Void was saying Western imperialism, the game. Yeah, 100%. That's what Ghost of Tsushima is. And there's no shame in it for them, I guess. And J-Star is also throwing out Watch Dogs Legion, F1 2020, and Fuser. Yeah, some of those games we'll talk about.
And Dennis is saying, got to try Immortals Phoenix Rising.
That I'm going to talk about later.
I really want to play that. I really want to play it, but I'm kind of sad that it's a giant microtransaction dog.
Isn't that what Genshin Impact is?
That's that too.
Oh, I didn't know Immortals was like that.
Yeah, it's got microtransactions.
Well, I just bought it for $30. So
on
Amazon, Target's got it, Best Buy's got it.
Oh, you bought it for console?
Oh yeah, Xbox. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna buy it for PC.
No.
You got this beefy ass PC and you ain't gonna buy
no games. It's for YouTube.
it's my YouTube machine.
That's why I watch YouTube. Damn it.
Yeah.
The next honorable mention. Do you have one you want to throw out?
Honorable mention: Doom Eternal.
Okay.
I don't think it's game of the year in my opinion. It's a great game. It's fun. It's hard at some points. I like the mechanics of Doom Eternal. I think it's awesome and fun, but it's not. The story's not there. There's not anything that really gets me going. Like, yeah, this game's game of the year. Woohoo! Mm-hmm. Soundtrack's very repetitive. It's not like the first game where the soundtrack felt different in every level. It's the same tracks over and over again.
Yeah, it's just repeated.
Every time the battle starts, it's just the same like 4 riffs over and over again. And I'm like, okay, I've heard it for 7 hours now. I'm done. And the guns, once you get them upgraded, there's nothing else to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you kind of find like what you like in the gun, there's no point doing the other upgrades.
There's no point in doing any other upgrades.
Doom is also one of my honorable mentions that I just skipped over.
Okay.
I'll throw Doom on there. Microtransaction stuff in Immortals is only cosmetic. Fine. Cool. So suck it. 9.
Huh?
I like Greek mythology also.
Cosmetic stuff. Okay.
That's why I liked God of War so much. I went back and played the first 2 this year. On that terrible ass fucking PS Now service.
Yeah. Should have played them when they first came out. Wouldn't have that problem.
My next honorable mention. Are we only writing down mine? Or
I put Doom Eternal up there.
Okay. We didn't write it down until I said it was on my list too.
I just forgot.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I have also played this.
Microsoft Flight Simulator is fucking dope. It's not a game that I'll spend a lot of time playing. But I do like jumping in there.
Do you play it with Google Earth turned on or off?
I turn it on.
Turn it on.
Hell
It's
yeah.
so cool. It's so
coolest.
fucking cool.
It's the coolest.
I flew out of Winchester
Yeah.
Airport.
Yeah.
Something I never thought would be possible. And it looks just like Winchester Airport with the fucking dirt racetrack behind it. And I just took off and I flew over top of the mall and I curved around and I was like, that's my fucking house. Like, I found my house.
Have you downloaded the no crash mod so you can just land on your house?
No.
Because you can do that. And that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I could fly out of an airport that's local to your town, Void, if I wanted to.
we can fly wherever we want because we have Microsoft Flight Simulator.
It's the craziest thing ever.
It is very fun.
It's a ton of fun. It's so
not a game I spend a
difficult,
lot of
though.
time. I'm going to spend a lot of time with going forward. But I just, man, when it came out, I was
It's
like,
so difficult.
well, yeah, it's tough. It is hard. That's why I went through and diligently did the training.
Oh, yeah. I've done all the training. And I still fuck shit up.
Well, it's a big ass plane. You're in there by yourself.
Well, what gets me about the training, and this my one gripe with that game
Okay.
is they give you the training plane, right?
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
The little Cessna, okay? They teach you how to read those gauges. And then you go and try and fly any other plane in free flight.
Yeah. We put the gauges in the back of the plane. You're like, what the fuck?
It's an all digital instrument cluster now. I'm like, where the fuck is all this shit at now?
Yeah, where's all the
Even
easy
if you
stuff?
pick the same plane from the training thing, it's got an all digital display panel on it. So I was like, I guess I got to figure this out all over again.
Why do we even need humans to fly planes anymore? Come on. Can't robots do that shit yet?
Yeah, and I've played it with controller and with mouse and keyboard, and I prefer a mix.
I've not done the controller yet.
The controller is very difficult. The getting the leveling out to work on the controller does not work.
Not excited to do
Does
that.
not work.
Next game.
Yeah, that book was massive. It was most of the box.
What are we talking about? Oh, the book that came with
the original game, Microsoft Flight Sim 1.0, had a book that was like that thick. It was awful.
J-Star's played a lot of games. We'll get J-Star. I'll get to your
J-Star,
comment in a
we'll get to
second.
your list here in a
Yeah,
minute.
because I feel like you're gonna have a lot of games that we've played too.
Yeah.
A lot of simulators in there.
Yeah.
J-Star, what are you doing?
Drunk dealer simulator.
My next honorable mention, unless you have another one.
Honorable mention for 2020, Resident Evil 3.
Okay, this didn't make either of my list because I didn't play this year.
Resident Evil 3, I didn't like the original Resident Evil 3 at all because it didn't feel like Resident Evil, in my opinion. Especially coming off the heels of 2. I really liked Resident Evil 2. I thought it was great. It was one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. This changed the feel. It started that path towards the action adventure type thing where it wasn't really survival horror anymore. It was just
Action horror.
action horror. Yeah. So that's why I didn't like it. This game, however, the remake is fun, but I still don't like it as much as I do Resident Evil 2 remake.
I think Resident Evil 2 just got more substance to it.
Resident Evil 2 remake was so good.
Yeah. But I guess, so that's kind of, I get where they're coming from on that, but I think if we have to, Resident Evil 2, when it came out, everyone's like, holy shit, look what they did to Resident Evil 2 with this game, how awesome it is. And then so when 3 comes out, it's like, we have to compare it to that. And it's hard to compare 3 to 2, almost in any situation. But comparing an awesome remake and then an alright remake to the awesome remake, right? So
yeah. So Resident Evil 3 is a lot of fun. I have it on PC, so I'm playing through it on that slowly at a time. Like, it's just...
I bought it on Xbox and I haven't opened it yet.
It's really hard for me. It's really hard for me to get through it. But that's just me. So,
Honorable mention time. Star Wars Squadrons.
oh, that's right. I have not played that one.
Star Wars Squadrons is great. The second flight simulator on this game, on this list.
Yeah, right.
It's a great game. Nothing to keep me interested in for a long time to make my top 10, however. But totally fine.
Okay.
Fun Star Wars game. Not a great Star Wars story. But it's a fun game. And that's kind of, at the end of the day, what I'm looking for. A fun
What are
game.
you looking for? Just something fun to play.
I got nothing else to say about that.
Okay. Moving on.
My next one. Phasmophobia.
Oh, this isn't in your top?
Not in my top
This is in
10.
my top.
Okay.
This is in my top.
So honorable mention for me, Phasmophobia. Man, Phasmophobia is awesome. But it's not a game I want to play for a long time, especially alone. It's a game that I have to party up with friends to want to play, to enjoy. So I think that's why it loses a lot of points for me. Too spooky for Gage. Yeah. Sometimes my own real house in the middle of the day is too spooky for Gage.
Pussy.
I hate everything. Don't take me out of my comfort zone. Leave me in the truck. Yeah, it's meant to be.
It's definitely meant to be a party game.
You can play it alone, but that sometimes when I'm playing games, not everybody's available.
Yeah.
So, if I'm limited on when I can play the game, kind of kills it for me.
Yeah.
So, but like,
I don't blame you.
when we're doing it at 11 p.m. at night, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll fucking play it. I'm gonna hate myself in the morning, but I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
I do like it. I do like the idea of it.
It's so much fun, though, especially when you get like 4 idiots together, like me, you, Nerd, and Marzi. It's just dumb, hilarious entertainment.
I think what it needs, though, there needs to be some kind of... Because I've played with people who play a lot, and they talk about how like there's easy parts to it. I have not encountered something that I thought was easy in that game.
The tutorial.
Well, sure, there's no ghost.
You follow it
You
step
go
by
to
step.
TV and leave.
Yeah.
But like when I go into like the easy houses, I'm like, I'm doing something wrong.
Well,
I can't trigger the ghost.
The thing about it too is if you look at the map, every map that I've encountered so far says amateur level. There's not one that says intermediate or difficult at all. It all says amateur level. Even the prison that just came out.
Amateur level.
Is
Maybe it's
amateur
telling you
level.
that's your level.
Maybe
You're an amateur.
I'm an amateur.
But yeah, so Void Chat says there's a steep learning curve. I agree.
It does have a steep learning curve, and I mean, and there are some things that just are straight up broken. Like we did that. What was it? The 4-bedroom house we were in there last, where I had that glitch where my butt was shaking all over the place. Yeah, I was twerking all over the place. We did everything. We did every detection method possible, and only still got 2 hits on the clues.
Yeah.
Like we were doing everything. And we guessed correctly, thank God.
Thank God.
But I mean,
correctly.
No, I think you were the one that picked something different. And everybody else picked gin and got it right.
Because fuck me, right?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's only also made by one dude, so it's like
But man, it's so good.
Yeah, but it's on my honorable mention list.
Yeah.
My next honorable mention, since that one's going to be in your top 10. And this is one that Void and J-Star will know very well. This is Fuser.
As soon as you said Void and J-Star, I was like, Fuser.
Fuser. I like Fuser a lot. I liked the stream we did when I got to stream it early, when I was basically one of the only people in the world streaming Fuser at that time. And before Gary Wood shot on my parade.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Gary Wood. I'm kidding. Yeah, you're probably cool. I don't know.
Gary Wood seems pretty cool.
Anyway, it was awesome. We were all hanging out.
Yeah.
Let's try this song. Let's try this with that. With this, that. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
We found some shit that worked.
Right.
Found a lot of shit that didn't work.
But I think when you really, after you get through like the story mode of it and do your free mode stuff and realize, damn, I got to grind out a lot of shit to get everything I want.
Unless you're really, really into that scene, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I haven't played it since.
Yeah.
Like
Since you beat the campaign?
Well, yes. And then we did the couple, that one stream, and maybe another day after that or something to beat it. But yeah, pretty much I was like, yeah, I beat it. I've heard the mixes I want to hear. I don't want to grind out the impossible amount of time it's going to take
to get all the songs and everything unlocked.
I wish I could just like take that music with me. Like I want to take those tracks and just put it on a fucking Fuser playlist I have online somewhere, and I just want to listen to what I made. Yeah. Like
that'd be dope. Like a Spotify integration.
There's a ton of fucking red tape on that.
Ton of red tape.
Yeah,
I mean, Rock Band can't even get Spotify integration, so
sure. If you're super, super into, I've seen that you can do some of those exports, but I don't think it's exactly what I want it to be. Snapshots are fun. I do like snapshots because I just like having my
20-second clip.
Yeah, my queued up stuff to ready to go. The multiplayer, I don't care for. It just wasn't anything I was interested in, and I don't know. I like music and rhythm games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it enough to do everything that Fuser wants me to do to justify the purchase of it. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So I think it's a great game, but I don't think it's a great game. I think it's a good game, but not great.
I'm digging it. I got no more.
You've got no more?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
My last honorable mention. Sorry, what was going on here? Oh, they were talking about it.
Anyone to do multiplayer with? None of my friends have it, and they won't play with strangers. Play with J-Star.
Yeah, you guys play. Or someone hit me up on Discord. I might jump in.
Gage needs friends.
No. What did you say? Background game, like mess around and play with music for friends. Yeah. I get that. As a casual game, fine. But as a game that I have to grind out to get all the songs,
Not gonna do it.
it takes forever. My last honorable mention game
I don't want to mention. Let's hear it.
is Cyberpunk 2077.
Really? Yeah.
It makes my honorable mention list.
Dude,
Not in my top 10.
It's got too much wrong with it.
Too much wrong
If
with
it came out and it was like not broken, it'd probably be in top. Like I could see it being top.
If it works the whole way, yeah. But it just like there's so it's the conversation I had when I first like did our little mini review of it. I was like, I can't justifiably tell someone to go out and get this game right now.
Yeah, like I would feel guilty telling somebody to buy this game.
Right, because there's a good chance they might not be able to play it, or their experience with the bugs is going to be so horrific that they'll hate it, and they're past this whatever pre-order return day that they have for this fucking game.
Yep.
J-Star is asking about a shirt. It's a special shirt that he got for a special holiday.
My wife got this for me for Christmas. It's got our logo on it.
Not being sold. Please.
Not being sold.
We don't have any.
I'm working on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can make me buy a shirt?
I'm not gonna make you buy a shirt. I had to pay. I technically paid for this because my wife's bank account is my bank account, but
Can I have that too?
no, there's no money in my bank
What the
account.
fuck are we talking about? Void says, I don't even want all those songs. I have all the ones on disc I want. It's the cosmetics that need a heavy grind with the ones behind level lock. That is true.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is like, look, get to level 50. And I've played it for a lot of hours and I'm like level 8. But yeah, last on that was Cyberpunk. We've spoken so much about Cyberpunk. It's just
We've been talking about it all fucking year.
everyone that's played it knows what it is and knows that it's probably not a top game for 2020 because
It's not.
so fucked up.
We want
Hell
to
yeah,
do top.
J-Star.
We want to do top games next, or do we want to just do straight up our game of the year?
We'll do top games
Top
and then
games.
we'll go through it and get a game of the year out of
Okay.
this.
Like, are we going to do a collective game of the year, or are we going to do our own?
We can do our own.
Okay.
Why? You seem hesitant.
I kind of want to do the collective thing.
You and I have to pick one. You know, if we vote 50-50, we're
We're
fucked.
fucked. No, but I don't know. Let's see where it goes.
Top games first?
Top games first. Yeah.
You start.
Top game 2020.
A top game of
A
2020.
top game of 2020 for me. And I cannot believe that I am going to say this.
Again, chat, feel free to shout out your top games of 2020. Go ahead.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. You can't believe Final Fantasy is one of your top games
No,
of
I
2020.
can't because I hated that game
Dude.
as a kid. I played it. I beat it. I'm sure this is on your list too.
It is on my list as well. 9 game.
This is another one of those ones where it's just like, man, this remaster was exactly everything I wanted out of it, except I want the rest of the game.
This remaster blew me away.
And you've never played a Final Fantasy game?
Never.
Never.
Never outside.
Not
Never
once.
for leisure. I've played plenty for work before.
But have you ever finished one
Hell
besides
no.
Final Fantasy 7?
Hell no.
Okay.
I haven't even got past I haven't put an hour in collectively to any of them. Maybe Final Fantasy 14 because of all the press events we've been to. That's about it.
Oh God. And those battles take 20 minutes.
Fight the fucking serpent boss. Get a t-shirt. I'll never get that t-shirt.
We got the t-shirts.
I don't think I was there for the t-shirt. I got a bag one year.
I got a bag.
Yeah. One of those big dumbass bags.
I got the
no one ever
Sephiroth
wants.
bag. The t-shirt for Sephiroth.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Leviathan.
Yeah, I was
I got
there for the
both.
Leviathan one.
I got the Leviathan t-shirt.
I probably don't have it. I probably gave it to somebody then.
Probably.
Anyway, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh man, it's so good.
The soundtrack, the best soundtrack of the year. The voice acting, I think, was fucking. You know, it's the best soundtrack of the year. Maybe Fuser's better because I make good songs.
Because I make good songs. Not because it has good songs, but because
I make good songs.
Gage makes dope mix.
The voice acting I thought was incredible.
Oh yeah,
everybody
The voice
fit
acting
their
is
characters
so
so
on point.
freaking well.
And everybody's yeah. Is that what you said? Everybody's voice fit their character well.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
surprised how
Yeah.
I was like everybody has a voice that makes sense.
Specifically the English version.
Yeah,
I never think the Japanese voices fit the characters because I'm so used to hearing the English versions.
I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
That's like when people are like, watch the sub version of this anime. I'm like, not a chance.
Nope, because Christopher Sagat sounds way better than whiny, pitchy Asian guy as Vegeta.
Yeah, I just like Sagat's voice. I think the action take that this took for a turn-based RPG worked really well. I think the story elements it took from the first game to make it into this new experience and to make it called a remake instead of like this remaster or just like it's a whole different game, honestly.
It's not a remaster. It's a remake.
Yeah.
It's completely redesigning the story from top to bottom. It's completely redesigning the combat. Everything about the game is completely
Should have just called it like Final Fantasy VII Super Mega Ultra Edition.
Don't do the Capcom thing.
Fucking do the Capcom thing.
Don't do the Capcom thing.
I loved the ending of the game. I loved
I got to get there yet.
everything that boiled down to make it its own thing. I love the implications that the game has going forward, which you don't know about yet.
I got 4 chapters left.
Holy shit, dude.
And you know what?
What?
I got Wednesday and Thursday off.
Hell yeah, dog.
So you know what I'm doing?
Fucking grind it
I'm
out.
finishing Final Fantasy VII. I said I was going to finish it before the end of the year.
Yeah, you did.
And I'll be damned if that clock don't click over at 12 o'clock on fucking Thursday night if I don't have that game finished.
What happened to your head just now?
Words.
There's so much good I could say about Final Fantasy VII. I fucking loved the game.
It's so good.
Loved the world.
It's so good.
Yeah. And I'm not one who gets into like Japanese games super hard or anything. But man, this one fucking had its hooks in me.
But see, and this doesn't feel like your traditional JRPG.
Yeah, that's why it works.
Like your traditional JRPG is a turn-based, take your time, playing your strategy kind of game. This is just beat the shit out of stuff. Okay, it didn't work. Change your materia, beat the shit out of stuff. Okay, it works now.
Well, yeah, that's just a turn-based RPG without the turn-based part.
Kind of.
Yeah, because you can go into a fight turn-based. Oh, fuck, it didn't work. Switch out
Turn-based
characters.
RPGs, if you know what you're doing, you can get OP well before you need to be.
Yeah, have a Pikachu.
Have a Pikachu.
J-Star doesn't have a top 5. Will you be talking
Or
about
even a
Steam
top.
Awards? About the Steam Awards after January 3rd? Sure. I mean, we can probably bring them up and
I
see
bought
what
a
they
game
go.
on the Steam Awards.
Those are usually kind of memey, though, right? They nominate bullshit
it's
stuff.
a meme. Yeah, like I bought GTFO over the weekend, and its Steam Award nomination is games you suck at.
Yeah. Well, there's Marvel's Avengers was nominated for Best Visuals on Steam.
Yeah, okay.
So.
That's totally not true.
Void doesn't have a top game. Mood changes too many times a year for games to have one per year. Yeah, that makes sense. And
I understand that.
I think mostly our game of the year is like what stood out the most to us, what spoke to us the most.
Yeah.
Because this year didn't have anything that I was like, wow, this is going to make my favorite game list.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened for a while. So, 2 years, actually.
2015 for me.
Oh.
Bloodborne.
Yeah. 2018 for me. God of War. Fucking sweet.
God of War's good.
So Final Fantasy was your first one?
Yeah, Final Fantasy was my first one.
Oh, sorry. Before we move on from that, Void enjoyed Final Fantasy Remake. Actually completed it, but once he beat it, didn't really want to play it again except to show a friend, which I can't do until the stupid COVID things goes away. We understand.
Share play, Holmes.
Sure, yeah. Take a picture.
Stream it.
I will go with another game that is on this list that is released close to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You say Resident Evil 3.
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Animal Crossing New Horizons was one of the games.
I can't believe that you are putting this as a top game of 2020 after we gave it such a shit show for a review on Game Awards.
I said on Game Awards that I had no chance of winning Game of the Year.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
didn't, and that was the top 6 games that they picked for that.
Yeah, that was dumb.
We are in 10.
We're doing 10 games?
I've got 10. You don't have to do 10, but I can do 10. You can talk about them as well.
I mean, I assume we're going to have a lot of like similarities here.
Animal Crossing, that was one of the games I played the most this year.
Yeah.
And I loved being in that world. It was a little different than everything going on at the moment. You know, everyone went into lockdown and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was just so tranquil and stuff. I like peaceful games that I can just turn my brain off and just do. I'm not thinking about it a lot. I'm fucking picking up weeds and planting fruit, dude. Like
picking up weeds and planting fruit.
Like some people have Stardew, some people got Minecraft still.
Starbound.
All that shit.
Yeah, Terraria, Minecraft.
If you want to play No Man's Sky for dumbass reasons, whatever. Animal Crossing was my game for that, and man, it's just like I just need to veg out with something.
Yeah,
it's fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
and it just hit it came at the right time.
I get it, dude. I really do. I get it, 100%. I get it.
It's just not your game.
It's not my game.
It's just not your kind of game.
It's right up my wife's alley.
Void says, "Fuck that game." That was how we felt about the Game Awards.
And Mr. J-Star says, "Freaking cute, but I haven't played it since July and August."
And I haven't
You hadn't played it until since what? We were playing games for the top.
Yeah, But
Game Awards.
but after that came out, like Final Fantasy took up a lot of my time. Then after that, Last of Us ended up coming out, and I think something in May took up my time too. And then Ghost came out, or whatever order that was in, and then Paper Mario was in there as well.
May, Ghost was July because it got pushed from the original.
Last of Us was June too.
June, that's what it was.
Yeah. That took me away from Animal Crossing, and after a while, I was just like, I can't go back to it. I have so much else fucking shit going on.
Fair enough. My next game.
Go ahead.
Astrobot. Astro's Playroom.
This is also on my list.
Dude, that game, oh my God. Like, I cannot tell you how much fun that game is.
I know you can't, because you didn't tell me enough how fun that game was.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, oh, we're going to show you what the controller can do. No, the game works. Like, the game just, everything about it is just perfectly put together. It's so good.
I know now. Everyone undersold it to me.
So good.
And I got very mad at everybody. I was like, no one talked this up enough. Why am I just now getting to this fucking game?
Like, this should have been on Game of the Year instead of Animal Crossing.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so. Animal Crossing did not deserve
Would
to
you
be
be okay if Wii Sports was on the Game of the Year nomination list?
Wii Sports has sold more copies of any Wii game.
It's paired with the goddamn Wii.
I know. It's a good game.
But is it a Game of the Year game?
No.
Because I would argue that's more influential than Astro's Playroom was. Yeah, and you agree because you're not saying no.
Only because you can't get a PlayStation 5 right now.
There you go. Couldn't vote for it. No one's fucking playing it.
Can't vote for it because nobody can play it.
You couldn't get a Wii at that time anyway. You know how hard it was to get a Wii?
That's true.
Holy shit, dude.
But you didn't have the scalping problem like we do now.
I had to get mine off eBay. I think I paid a little bit more than MSRP. Not much more. It was like $50.
Yeah, that's that. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, Astro's Playroom comes with every PlayStation 5. Don't just immediately uninstall it. Play through it, enjoy it, because man, it is absolutely a blast to play. Mm-hmm. It's not just a showcase of the controller. I mean, that's what it's designed for, to showcase the controller and the console and everything. But there's so many cool cameos hidden throughout all the levels. The game plays incredibly well. And that paired with everything the controller can do, it's married so well. I can't.
Yeah, it's a love letter to the last couple of PlayStation consoles.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's the best platformer that came out this year because I can't think of another one off the top of my head.
Platformer. I got nothing because there was no Mario this year.
Other than 3D All-Stars.
3D All-Stars.
Yeah, J-Star, go check out Astro's Play. That fucking play tonight. It's
play
awesome.
It's so good. You can beat it in about 4 hours.
You can platinum it in 4 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can platinum that game in about 4 hours if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I can't think of another platform. I'm sure there's like a darling platformer that I'm not thinking about that people are like, how dare you put Astrobot over it? But yeah, no, Astrobot was fucking dope, dude. Just get into it. Void, you'll get one.
You'll get one, Void, and when you do, play through Astrobot.
I want you to go into Discord and be like, yo, y'all were right.
Yo.
And J-Star, when you play it, I want to hear you go, yo, y'all were right.
In that voice, just like that. Next.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Ah, yeah.
Minecraft Dungeons.
I'm going to go with that too.
Yeah.
Because that game was dope.
It surprised the hell out of me how much I like that game.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? This is like the dungeon crawler that I've wanted for a while because I didn't care for the last Diablo.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Well, technically Immortal, but...
Sure. And I've been in and out on Diablo for a while, and I'm like, this is just not doing it for me. But the Minecraft Dungeons, I was like, you know what? This is charming enough where I'm sticking with it.
It's easily accessible. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make you feel bad if you spend your points. Because if you dismantle your stuff, you get them right back, and you can dump them right into another weapon or a piece of armor or whatever. You're constantly getting loot. Yeah. Like, it never stops dropping, especially if you're playing like with 4 people on like the higher tiers. Mm-hmm. Loot drops like mad. Like, it's crazy how much loot drops on the higher tiers. One thing that they did well with that game is loot drops.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly well.
Yeah, and it worked. And then, like, I didn't realize... It took me a while afterward. I was like, wait, you can build out classes, basically? Like, I can fucking spec in something?
Yeah.
So, cool. So I went...
And if you don't like it, dismantle it. Put your specs in something else. Try a different build.
I put all my shit into, like, that soul stuff. So I got all these souls, and I was doing an explosion with fucking ghosts. I was like, this is cool. I didn't realize I was doing this.
So my current build that I have running for my solo character, because I have a different character that I play with my kids, because otherwise I would
scare them with the ghosts.
Scare them with the ghosts. I have a soul arrow build.
Okay.
And my bow and arrow has the two best perks, in my opinion, on arrows. The multi-shot perk on a multi-shot bow.
Hell yeah.
So I'll shoot I'll shoot anywhere between 5 and 15 arrows. And that compounds with my soul arrow when I activate soul arrow, and I'll get anywhere between 5 and 15 soul arrows.
Damn.
It's insanity. And the best part about soul arrows is they go through walls.
Well, there you go.
So I can just stand on one side of the wall, completely out of harm's way, and just kill everything. It's so good. It's godlike.
It is dope. I do love it.
The final boss is no joke either.
I haven't beaten it yet.
The final boss is no joke.
Maybe one of these days I'll go back and beat it.
I want to play with you. It's crossplay now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because my good character is on.
I got it on PC. I got it on Xbox, and I got it on PS4. Yeah. Got it everywhere.
Boyd's saying every time I go back to Diablo 3, I'm like, why am I playing this? Same. Every time I pop that disc in, I'm like,
why am I playing
fuck,
this?
Dude,
go back and play
like
Diablo 2. It's a way better game. Minecraft Dungeons. So good.
Give another one.
I kind of just took your...
No, that's fine. That's why we're here talking about these games.
Yeah. I'm going to put one... I'm going to save my surprise title for last.
Your surprise title for last.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out Minecraft Dungeons. If you're looking for a better dungeon crawler...
Oh, dude. Minecraft Dungeons, especially if you got like friends to play with, that game is so much fun. Let's see. My next game... I forget. Like, I'm on the fence of what even came out this year. Give me a refresher course.
Do you want me to throw some out?
Yeah, throw some out.
Well, here, I'll just do my next one.
Do your next one.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. I forgot that came out. I didn't play enough of Fall Guys to put that on my list.
Fall Guys is a lot of freaking fun. And, man, it blew up like fucking crazy.
Yeah, it did for about 3 months, and then it died off. I mean, it's still doing well.
It did super well.
It did insanely well.
Up until another game got super popular.
Another game, which did not come out this year, but hit the radar this year.
That's what I want to bring up to you.
I'm counting that game.
This year?
Yes.
So am I. It's in my top 10.
It's in my top 10.
Okay.
It's in my top 10. Because we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, do your spiel about Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is a lot of fun, replayable, fucking awesome. Love the new levels. They're on the 3rd season now. Man, they just keep fucking churning out stuff. And they got a really good community team. I fucking love Fall Guys. It's so... I've been in the technical test for Fall Guys forever. I was playing it way before anybody was playing. Yeah. Fucking awesome.
It's so fun.
God, I love Fall Guys.
It's so much fun. It's dumb easy.
Right. It is the perfect change of pace battle royale that I want from, like, because I'm playing a lot of Call of Duty. I'm like, man, everyone's so fucking sweaty in this game. So
and
you go over and play Fall Guys.
Or you go and play Fortnite, and everybody's like, oh, there's so many fucking dumb kids in here.
Well, sure. They're also sweaty. And then you go into Fall Guys, and you're like, okay. There is skill to this game. But at the same time, there seems to be more of a luck factor here, and I kind of like how bizarre it is. Just like I like old Mario parties that are just kind of bullshit. Fall Guys is just kind of bullshit sometimes.
There are levels that are just kind of bullshit.
But I like that. I like the chaos of it.
That's fair. That is perfectly fair.
Yeah, that's true, Dennis. And it'll be on Xbox this year, too. So
that's true.
Chicka, yeah.
Chicka, yeah.
Yeah, so that's Fall Guys. I don't have much else to say that. Everyone knows Fall Guys.
I am going to put Phasmophobia on my top games for this year because I absolutely love that game. It's spooky. There hasn't been a really good horror game come out recently. Like really good horror game. And this game has got me so many times, and it's so entertaining to play with friends and watch your friends get just absolutely annihilated by the ghost. It's challenging. I mean, it's not without its problems. Too,
yeah, I would argue that it's almost fun just to not see a ghost come through, and you guys are just fucking with each other until a ghost shows up. You're like, ah, shit.
Which we've done.
Yeah,
we've done.
Yeah, I already said my piece about Phasmophobia.
No, and that's fine. I really enjoy Phasmophobia. I play it on occasion. I'll sit down and play a few rounds by myself just to get some money.
Really?
Yeah, I'll get 2 of the clues. And just try and guess and get out.
Yeah, I think it was at this. And then the people show up to take care of it. And it's the wrong people and they get killed.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoy Phasmophobia. And I love playing it with friends. It's just so entertaining.
Yeah, Void, I agree. It says he spooks him out, like and no movie does. There's a ambiance to Phasmophobia.
I think there's a difference between scary movies and scary games. Because for me, scary movies, I'm just watching this. I'm not invested in it.
I'm watching someone fuck up, but when I'm playing the game, I'm watching me fuck up.
And I'm like, this is affecting me directly because I'm controlling what's happening. Unlike a movie where I can be like, all right, pause, go get some popcorn, go get some food, go get a drink. Then Joe Schmo dies on the TV. No big deal to me. Doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah, Void, I've seen a lot of people play Phasmophobia in VR.
No way. That's one thing I will never do. Mostly because I don't have a Vive or a
Oculus
Index or Oculus or whatever it is. But yeah. Anyway, next Gage.
The Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remakes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake was one of the more perfect remakes that have ever been made. Like, it is essentially what you want to do when you remake a game. But if you want to remake a game to have the same feel, to try and capture the nostalgia that people have for these titles, or recapture how fun they are, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games are that perfect remake.
I felt so at home playing those games.
Yeah, it was just like fucking like
so much fun.
It's like time has never passed. I have always been in this warehouse.
Yeah.
I haven't left this warehouse.
This airport is still, or this mall is still the same.
Yeah. How do I keep getting up here?
There were some quality of life improvements that made the game even better, in my opinion. Specifically on the mall level.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to climb all the way back up the mall. You can just get to the end and it'll shoot you back up.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
I don't remember how fucking hard that game was for getting all the fucking tapes and everything.
Dumb hard, dude.
Yeah. I just don't remember it being that difficult. But like the downhill jam can suck a dick.
Nobody likes downhill jam.
God
that
damn,
is the most hated level of all Tony Hawk games. Downhill jam.
Fucking hate downhill jam. It can go get bent. Like I
bent.
Fucking despise. This game would be maybe my game of the year. Check out Downhill Jam.
Because that one glaring fault.
Get it out.
Because that one glaring fault
is awful.
All right, Gage. I'm going to throw Among Us on there.
Yeah, okay.
Because Among Us has done for the internet.
This is mine too.
What moving pictures did for theater.
We put Charlie Chaplin on the moon.
It changed multiplayer gaming.
This is a bold statement. It changed multiplayer gaming. Big time.
Big time.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but
think about multiplayer gaming in the past. It's either been your team versus this team, right?
Yeah, there's asymmetric multiplayer though.
Not a lot, and not done this well and like this.
Okay.
This is separating your friends from your enemies and creating extreme disconnect amongst people.
Right.
And it's so entertaining to watch.
Yes. I do think it's an entertaining spectacle. I do think it's entertaining to be in with a group of people that you know. It's not as fun to play alone.
No.
With randoms.
Or without voice chat.
Because
voice chat makes it so much better.
That kind of makes the game.
And that's why I said it changes the multiplayer scene.
Right.
Big time.
It's not a new idea. But I think it's doing it better than the other mods that had done it in the past, like like Trouble in Terrorist Town and things like that, Gmod. And I think it's like the best version of like a werewolf game that video gamers have had.
Yeah.
And it's definitely the most accessible version of that.
Oh yeah.
I do think it's awesome. It's
so much
because I think it's such a simple idea that
all the tasks are simple.
Yeah, but it's so simple that anyone can play it. Non-gamers play it.
People on phones play it. People on Switch play it. People on PC play it. Mm-hmm. It's coming to Xbox.
It's on PC Game Pass right now.
Is it on PS4 yet?
No.
Is it coming to PS4?
Imagine it'll be later.
Probably. I would assume so. It's probably only coming to Xbox because it's not much different to code for Xbox than it is for PC. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The game is just a dumb amount of fun for as simple as it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're the imposter, you just feel so good killing everybody.
It does.
Get away with it.
It does the thing that like Jackbox games did, where it's like, hey, if you got your friends, you want something to do, fucking get your phones out and start playing.
And that's entertaining too. I've done that. I've played on stream with streamers too, and that's fun. But it doesn't have that same get you factor like Among Us has.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely is the next level of that. Yeah.
So dude, Among Us, when it blew up, was the best thing ever.
Yeah, I was like, it was the game I was watching on Twitch. I was like,
it was the game that made us affiliate.
yeah, no shit. We have to thank Among Us for that.
Like
God damn.
that alone right there is what gave us affiliate status. And if it wasn't for that, we'd probably still be sitting here doing what the fuck are we doing with our lives?
Fucking jerking off in the back corner.
Separate corners. Ooh, shit.
Ow, what the fuck?
I smacked you.
Void saying nostalgic games don't quite work when the fix is an old game, so you can play it again for pure nostalgic reasons. The nostalgia lasts for about 5 minutes before you realize how bad the game actually was, because you can't help it compared to modern game tech. So I agree to a point. I agree that a game like the Crash Bandicoot Nitro Insane Collection,
Insane Trilogy,
when you go back and play Crash 1, you're like, wow, this game was fucking bad.
Terrible. They're not.
Why would you design your levels this way, and why
would you run towards the screen
way?
where you can't see what's coming?
Although I kind of like those levels because they're bullshit.
They're bullshit. They're total bullshit. It's all memorization.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I agree with that.
I hated
point.
those games.
I think it works well in the Tony Hawk game though, because it was remade in a way that like it still felt new,
and it was also tailored towards the original audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't spouted out to be a new thing. They clearly came out and said, this is Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remastered. This is for the people that played Tony Hawk 1 and 2 originally. They didn't try and sell it to a new crowd. They were selling it to the people that grew up with it.
I suppose so.
Unlike Final Fantasy VII Remake, where they're like, look, fans have been asking for this, but we also want to sell to new people.
I would argue that Final Fantasy VII Remake was not sold to people who've already loved the first game. I think it was like, hey, we'll get new people in here, because everyone who loves the original game really kind of doesn't like this one. It's a really split audience. But I would argue that wasn't made out of nostalgia. That was made out of money.
That was made out of sheer greed. Just pure greed on that one.
Real quick, only played Among Us twice with strangers. Think playing with people you know, at least voices, is essential. Yes, I do think that is the make or break part of that game.
Yeah.
And not really talking about remakes, just making old games playable like they did with Knights of the Old Republic on Steam. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, I do think it's important for game preservation, though. So I do appreciate that, but I understand that if a company's going to resell Star Wars fucking Pod Racer on Switch, it's like, okay, dude.
It's the same game.
Yeah, I'm not spending $9 for Pod Racer. I get it. You want Pod Racer available? That's cool. You're not getting me with it. I'm not going to go back and play that old game because it is bad.
No. Next game, Gage.
I've got 3 more.
Okay.
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I have not had a chance to play this yet. I own it now.
You'll love it, dude.
I've been watching my son play it, and I'm like, I kind of want to walk away because I don't want to know what's going on.
I don't think it's a spoilery game.
It's not. It doesn't seem like there's a lot to it because I was kind of guessing along. I was like, all right, I bet that's you-know-who, and that's you-know-who, and that's you-know-who. So.
It's a lot of fun. The game is
gorgeous. 4K, it's gorgeous.
Don't love the storyline. I think it's kind of
the Trickster storyline. Tinkerer. Yeah. Sorry, I keep saying Trickster. And that's something totally different.
I don't think the performance from Miles is that good.
Here's my thing about Miles.
Go ahead.
Miles in the suit when you're playing as him is a totally different voice than Miles outside the suit talking to his friends and his mom. It's 2 totally different voices.
It's the same voice actor.
He's doing a shit job.
Well, this game also has a thing where it's, when he's moving, he's yelling his dialogue.
He's yelling his dialogue, but he sounds like a tiny little kid when you're playing as Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And when he's in his room talking to his mom or talking to Genki on the phone or whatever, he sounds like a normal teenage boy, like 17, 18 years old, developed voice. Like, I'm like, this is not the same. Like, I was thinking to myself, this is not the same voice actor.
I think I get where you're coming from with that, and I think I understand where the problem lies. It's the success of Into the Spider-Verse, where they want their own Miles, but they also need to make a game with Miles that is relatable to everyone who loved that movie to pick up this game. So, like, when you play through the game, you'll notice that, like, wow, they're really trying to be like Spider-Verse Miles, but also kind of like not be Spider-Verse Miles at the same time, and it's kind of distracting.
They want that same tone, but they want their own tone at the same time.
There are parts in the story where it'll jump back and forth between, like, a grounded own world Miles from, like, the first Spider-Man game to the fun, poppy middle school Miles we have in Spider-Verse. And I'm like, there's an identity crisis here.
Yeah.
But that said, the game is dumb, pure fun.
Oh, yeah.
So
my kid's loving it.
It makes it on the list.
He's loving it. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Boyd's got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and boy, when you get a PS5, get it.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
full price game.
play it in 4K. Oh man, it's so gorgeous.
Well, now they have the mode where you can play as ray tracing and 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Dope.
My turn.
Yep, I got 2 more. So
I got 2 more, including this one. You'll have 1 more than I am.
I understand.
Demon Souls.
Okay.
Again, back to the remake era because there's a lot of remake titles on this list.
Yeah.
Demon Souls was exactly what I wanted it to be. It feels and plays just like the original. There's a few quality of life improvements. It's beautiful. It's so smooth. It's so incredible. Man, is it so
Then
good.
why'd you put it down, Nine?
Because I've got other games to play, dude. I got other games to play.
Sure.
Like a lot of them.
So the remake, and I
many
think I've talked at you like this before.
Yeah.
The remake is exactly what you wanted to be because it is the same Demon Souls experience.
It's the same Demon Souls experience, which is what got me into the Souls franchise in the first place.
Okay.
There's a few quality of life improvements, but everything is exactly like it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got smoother animations now, which is nice. Each weapon set has cleaner animations than like if you use a dagger versus a sword. In the first game, it was the same weapon animation for both.
Okay.
This one, daggers have their own moveset, swords have their own moveset, spears have their own moveset. Everything is unique in and of itself. Plus, I've gotten a lot better at Souls,
That's a fucking claim.
except for that one boss that's supposed to be easy,
Sure,
and I
yeah.
always fuck it up.
Yeah.
I hate that boss. No, but I mean, the game is great.
Do you think
it's
this?
so good.
Do you think, just going back to the nostalgia talk, do you think this game does well because it's a good remake or because it's based on nostalgia?
Both.
Okay.
Both. For me, it's more of the nostalgic reasons that I'm playing it. But for a lot of people, it was, man, this game looks so much better now.
I think what's good for people who are now into Souls games because of Dark Souls and maybe Bloodborne is they have this Demon Souls to play again instead of hunting down a PS3 copy and a PS3 and stuff. But of course, now you have to hunt down a PS5.
Which is even harder than finding a PS3.
Right. Or a worth it PS3. I wouldn't fucking old game's old.
Old game's old.
My next game, almost done, and we're almost at time. This is working out perfect. Is Bugsnax.
Bugsnax.
A lot of PS5 games on here.
Then I'm pretty sure I know what your next game's going to be.
Yeah, just because I
it's
wanted to
gonna
leave
be-
it off because I wanted to see if you were going to put it on here first.
Yeah.
So Bugsnax, real quick. A lot of fun. Great story. Great voice
I need to finish that too.
Damn. It's a game that is Metroidvania-y, but like...
Kind of.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But I think it's a fun world, and I think it's kind of unique in a way that that it's just entertaining for being like a funny game. And I'm not a person that likes funny games.
No.
And this
But this is a different kind of funny game.
Yeah, and this one spoke to me. There's a lot of undertones that really get going in this game. But of course, this is a game that is funny and it made me laugh more
Don't
than
let
the
your
other
kids
funny
see the
games.
last few missions of this
Yeah,
game.
just fucking stop
It's
playing.
dark as fuck.
For the point of no return, stop playing. But yeah, no, I think it's a great game. I think it's a lot of fun.
Cool. All right, Gage.
Is your last game also the same as my last game?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, cool.
Because I hate this game so much.
Sure.
For reasons that I should hate this game, right? Okay?
Yes.
The people behind this game achieved something, and I don't know that was their goal. I don't know that was their intention, but they created the first game, and it was so well received, and the characters are so beloved because of the story that's told, right? You see that emotional connection going in the first game. Then you start the second game, and that emotional connection gets completely fucking destroyed. And if you haven't figured it out yet, we're talking about Last of Us 2. Last of Us Part 2. It's
So why is it on your top 10?
It's a good game.
Okay.
It's a shit narrative. Because we've discussed this several times, and I agree with you. If they had pitched it as an Abby game and flipped it on its head halfway through, and now you're playing the revenge side of it,
Yep.
versus starting with the revenge side of it and then flipping it on its head and getting Abby's portfolio side,
Yep.
I think it would have done way better with fans.
I think it would have done better with fans. Probably not as well. It might have done just as well with sales, I guess, because it's just the Last of Us title.
It probably still would have done well in sales because it wasn't being marketed as a Joel and Abby game.
Sure.
Like they came out of the guns blazing with, here's Joel, here's Abby. Well, they started with Abby. They showed you Abby just sitting in a room playing a guitar.
Ellie,
sorry.
Yeah.
Ellie playing a guitar. And in the next trailer, they finally gave you Joel's voice. And everybody was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, Joel asked her a question that makes no sense, and she answers it with an answer that makes no sense. And everybody's like, oh my God, is Joel dead? Is this happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? You know, all this other shit. And then you play the game, and you're like, well, fuck, now I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they intended to make people feel that way, but that's definitely how I felt playing that game. Because I started it, and I was so pissed. So pissed that I was playing the character that did the deed.
I'm sure they knew that would rub some fans the wrong way, but I think that's kind of like a two-edged sword. Where it's like, yeah, definitely people know when they make that decision, people are going to be mad about this. Did they do that on purpose? I mean, it's a great way to get people talking about the conversation, so it makes a lot of sense. But
right.
I don't think that's the case. But I don't know. The Last of Us Part 2 for me, I think it's some of the best gameplay I've played all year.
It's so good. Like, the cover system works well. Avoiding enemies and the stealth works really well. And the guns all, like, if you miss, it's because you genuinely missed. It's not. There's no bloom. There's no aim assist. There's nothing.
Oh, sure.
You missed because you missed.
Well, yeah.
Hitboxes are solid on this game, and every gun feels completely different from the last one. The hand-to-hand combat and melee combat is brutal feeling, especially in the controller. Like, you feel it in the controller, and I mean, it's just it's so good.
Yep, I think for this game, again, best gameplay of the year, possibly. It has the best sound design of the year.
I'll give
the
it.
game
Yeah.
sounds so
Well,
fucking
the first
great.
game, they just built off what the first game established.
The enemies are designed really well. There's a unreal amount of polish in this game. This game, head to toe, is incredible. An incredible achievement in video games.
They should have given their resources to the team on CD Projekt Red.
Damn. That team already crunched enough. They're not going to CG Projekt Red.
Yeah, that's true. They did do a lot of crunch
I will
time
say,
for Last of Us.
Speaking to your negative points, I don't agree with everything in the story as being like a hammer home message. I'm like, okay, that just kind of feels like pandering to a different audience. I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound right either. It's more like we did this for doing its sake, almost.
Pretty much.
I'm not saying that's what they did on purpose, and I'm not saying trying to make like a Flame Wars because I really like the game. But I do have the idea of that if they would have flipped different story beats, it would have been a much better game.
If it had been the opposite of what it was, I would have loved it.
I think it would have been better.
I would have loved it. Because then I would have got my retribution at the end versus having to play 6 hours of that dumb bitch.
I like Abby just fine. I don't love her character or anything. But
I hate Abby because I was so like on board with Joel and Ellie. I was like, yeah, give me more of that.
Yeah, well, the only thing that rubbed me the wrong way was I thought I was playing an Ellie game and I got half of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I kind of feel like I was lied to by the marketing of this game. Like,
because you never saw Abby anywhere in any of the trailers until after the game.
She did have one trailer, and it was
right
a
before
long
the
time.
launch.
No, it was a long time ago.
Was it?
Yeah. It's the scene where she gets strung up in the woods.
Oh, that's right. But nobody knew who she was. Everybody just thought
they didn't explain who she was.
Everybody just thought it was random character, like random NPC.
A lot of people had thought it was Ellie's mom when, like, the theories around that was Ellie's mom.
I remember hearing
they had the
about
knife
that.
to the stomach. It was like, oh, is she pregnant? No, it's not. That was not the case.
Yeah, they thought it was like a prequel type thing.
Yeah, but then when I had to play so much as Abby, I was like, this isn't what I signed up for.
I don't want to play this.
But I do think it's an awesome game. I think there's so much good that I'm okay with the story stuff I don't care about. The decisions I'm forced to make when the game's trying to send you a different message, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That I don't care for. You know, I'm not one of those idiots online that are going to complain about a muscle girl or...
No, I don't care. Like, Abby's character design fit Abby to a T.
And
like, once you start realizing what she went through and everything... Her character design fits perfectly.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining.
I don't care about that.
I'm not complaining about gender identity either. I totally think that's totally fine, and I think it fit for that character and for that story. But I don't want to have to kill a dog if I don't have to.
I killed every one of those fucking dogs.
But they'll make me feel bad about it at the same time. Don't.
And I purposely killed Abby's dog.
Right. That is what more felt like a here's the thing we're gonna make you do, and guess what? You're gonna feel bad about it. I'm like, what? Come on, dude. Like,
bit of remorse.
That's kind of lazy, honestly. I do love the game though.
It was lazy how they did it.
Yeah. So,
Like just flat out lazy.
9, we are just about at time. What of 2020 is your game of the year?
Game of the year? Out of what we have listed here. So let's just go down the list real quick. We got Final Fantasy VII, Animal Crossing, Astro's Playroom, Minecraft Dungeons, Fall Guys, Phasmophobia, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake, Among Us, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, Bugsnax, and The Last of Us 2. I'm kind of split on 2 titles.
Mm-hmm.
7 and The Last of Us.
Okay.
Because they're equally good
A game
for that
you
title.
hate so much could be your game of the year.
And a game that I hated so much as a kid that I now love.
You are a confusing fucking dude. You know
I am.
Demon's Souls is on this
I'm
list.
well aware Demon's Souls is on this list. But Demon's Souls had its due justice back in 2009.
Okay.
It got its Game of the Year award already. I'm not going to give it to another one. It's the same fucking game.
What I don't know what Tech's talking about with trash pick, but I'm sure whatever you pick will be a trash pick, considering Tech says so.
Whatever. Fuck you. Fine. I'll just end the stream and get out of here now.
What is your game of the year? And you can talk me through it still if you'd like.
Pros, Final Fantasy VII. Excellent remake.
Cloud.
Thirsty Girls.
Oh, yeah.
The Honeybee.
Yeah.
Last of Us. Pros. Thirsty Girls.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You could probably say Clouds.
There are clouds in the skybox.
Got nothing for bees.
No,
but
it doesn't, Dennis.
You could put cosplay in there because you could put the hats on the dinosaurs. And Ellie dressed up as an astronaut in that one scene.
Sure did.
So there you go.
Sure
there
did.
you go. You got your 2 parallels there. I'm gonna go Final Fantasy. I think
Final
it's the better
Fantasy
game
VII Remake
overall.
is your game of the year.
I think it's the better game of the 2. What are you picking, Gabe?
No, I can't believe it. I can't believe you picked Final Fantasy VII
It's
as
good.
your game of the year.
It's good.
I want to scream.
Why? Because I haven't finished it?
The years leading up to this fucking game being available, you're like, I fucking hate Final Fantasy.
I do.
I fucking Cloud's so stupid.
I hate
and
original
all
Final
this
Fantasy
is
VII.
dumb, and 8's way better. And
8 is a better game. And if they do this to 8, oh my fucking
And now we live in
God.
no wonder everyone hates 2020. You picked the game. You picked Final Fantasy, a game you were destined to hate as your game.
I'm so glad this upsets you so much.
I'm not upset.
This is the best thing ever. Can somebody clip that, please?
My game of the year is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Nope.
It's Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think it's fucking
It's so
awesome.
good. And I cannot believe that I was so like on the fence about it for the longest time.
I truly think it was incredible.
It was the better of the 2 games.
I think it's
Hands
better
down.
than I had more fun with it than I had with Last of Us. It did as much as Last of Us felt like a new experience because of different players getting played in different timeline
Yeah.
for the game. Final Fantasy VII was a new experience for me because I've nothing
to compare to.
Yeah, no inkling in a Final Fantasy. I thought the characters worked again super well. I think the story progressed really well. Sure, there's slow moments, but I think the slow moments are
That
great.
happens in every game.
Yeah, I think the slow moments are great because it sets up some world building stuff.
Gives you time to explore. Gives you time to like flesh out storylines with other characters if you
I
want
love
to.
it. It
so
blew me away, especially considering the ending and everything that it implicates for the upcoming games. I'm excited to see what they do next. I'm fucking jazzed about it.
It's
Dude.
so
I
good.
fucking love it.
It's so good, and I will finish it before midnight on Thursday. I got 4 chapters. I think I could do it, but I'm on that really long chapter right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
that's the last long chapter though.
the really long chapter. Yeah, the next chapters are like real quick
Pretty
after
short,
that.
yeah. Anything else you'd like to say about this 9?
I think the only reason I picked Final Fantasy VII over The Last of Us 2 is because I genuinely had fun with The Last of Us 2, but I genuinely hate what they did with it.
Okay.
Like I don't agree with it at all, the way they executed it. Final Fantasy VII, I hated as a kid, and this completely turned around on me. Like I was not expecting to enjoy this as much as I have.
Interesting.
It's so good. It's a fresh take on that universe. It's beautiful,
Yeah, yeah.
to say the least. I mean, the voice acting again, Badger.
Well, yeah, that was jarring, but
That was fucking hilarious.
I remember when I played Final Fantasy for the first time. I was like, I feel like I'm finally playing a game that looks like the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it actually is. This trailer was representative of the game I'm actually going to play. Yeah, you're so serious. I love Final Fantasy VII.
It's so good.
I
dude.
do love it. It's my favorite. It's my game of the year for 2020.
I can close this out.
You can close that out. Chat, I want to know your games of the year for 2020. What was your top game? I saw we were talking to a few people about some of their games earlier. So we'll address those after the podcast is here. We're switching over. So podcast people, of course, if you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube Music or Amazon Music, you know the drill. Hit that follow button on there. Go to twitch.tv/birdcage_gaming to see us live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes the weekends. I think this weekend probably not because of the holiday. It's a Cyberpunk load up. This weekend probably not because of the holiday. The Wednesday we'll be playing Warzone. Tonight, chat stream.
Cyberpunk.
We're playing Cyberpunk. We're gonna be checking out these bugs and dongers.
No dongers.
Damn it.
I don't have a donger.
So I guess that's it.
That's it.
That's the last show of 2020.
That's the last of 2020, guys. Bring on the new year. Say goodnight to the kids, Gage.
Good night, kids.